Buenos días, soy Natalia Sánchez de Spanish Perfecto and I'm here to help you learn Spanish Perfecto from level 0. Today we're going to continue with el imperfecto and we are going to study verbs ending with ER and IR. Are you ready to start? Empecemos. I'm not very sure if you can still remember from the previous episode, but we have this tense to talk once more about the past, but we talk about things that used to happen in the past for some time, and this is why we have time markers like cada día, cada año, cada mes, a veces, muchas veces. This means it used to happen often in the past. Today, we're going to learn to conjugate the verbs ending with ER and IR, and we do both together because we conjugate them exactly the same, but they are conjugated a bit different to the verbs ending with AR. Let's recap a little bit those verbs ending with AR. Por ejemplo, caminar. Yo caminaba, tú caminabas, él caminaba. Nosotras caminábamos, vosotras caminabais, ellos caminaban. Nadar, nadaba, nadabas, nadaba, nadábamos, nadabais, nadaban. And now listen to the difference between the verbs ending with AR and those ending with IR and ER. For example, por ejemplo, hoy tenemos leer. Yo leía. Tú leías. Él leía. Nosotras leíamos. Vosotros leíais. Ellos leían. Vivir, which is ending with IR, but as you notice, it's exactly the same as the verbs ending with ER. Vivir, to live. Yo vivía, tú vivías, él vivía, nosotros vivíamos, vosotros vivíais, ellos vivían. And now we're going to listen to another verb which is very, very similar to vivir, to live. Vivir, it's with two V. And the other one it's beber, which is with two B's. And this one ends with ER, vivir ends with IR. But listen to both of them now. Yo vivía, yo bebía. Tú vivías, tú bebías. The first one it's to live, the second one it's to drink. Vivir, beber. Él vivía, él bebía. Nosotros vivíamos, nosotros bebíamos. Vosotras vivíais, vosotras bebíais. Ellos vivían, ellos bebían. Can you see the difference? It's only the E or the I from the beginning, B or B. This is the only different sound you can hear. But usually from the context, you know which verb you're going to be using. And if you make a mistake with these two, they will also probably know by the context as well. So don't worry that much. We also have the verb traer. Traer is to bring something. Traer algo. We're going to study this verb because we're going to listen to it during the test. Traer. Yo traía, tú traías, él traía, nosotras traíamos, vosotros traíais, ellos traían. Y el último, the last one, aprender, to learn. Yo aprendía, tú aprendías. Él aprendía. Nosotras aprendíamos. Vosotras aprendíais. Ellos aprendían. During the last episode, I said I wouldn't give you all the time markers that go with this tense, and I said otherwise you won't listen to the next episode. But what I really meant by saying that, it's like you were going to get so stressed out that you would say, okay, Natalia, I don't feel like following you anymore. This is too much for me. So let's see a few more time markers we have. We already said a few during this episode in the beginning. Cada día, cada año, cada mes, normalmente, in the past. And now we're going to see a few more. Por ejemplo, casi todos los días. Almost every day. Casi todas las semanas. Casi todos los meses. Almost every day, almost every week. En aquella época, at that time. En aquella época, at that time. En aquella época o también en aquel entonces, at that time as well. So we have two for this. En aquella época, en aquel entonces. Cuando era niño, when I was a kid. And if you noticed, we have the verb to be conjugated en imperfecto. Yo era. It's irregular. And of course, we have also irregular verbs for this tense, and we're going to study them during the next episode. Today, I'm just going to give you this one. Cuando era un niño, when I was a kid. Cuando tenía 6 años. The verb to have, tener, cuando tenía 6 años. Well, if you start a sentence by saying this, you need to be sure that el imperfecto is coming afterward. Now let's listen to a short text where we will be including all these verbs conjugated en imperfecto. Había una vez un anciano llamado Roberto que vivía en una casa vieja cerca del mar. Roberto siempre leía libros de aventuras. Cada tarde se sentaba en su sofá favorito y miraba al mar. Su nieto, Pedro, visitaba su casa todos los fines de semana. Pedro siempre traía cuadernos y lápices de colores porque le encantaba dibujar. Los dos pasaban horas juntos. Mientras Roberto contaba historias de sus viajes, Pedro dibujaba los paisajes y los barcos que su abuelo describía. A veces, cuando el clima estaba bien, caminaban hasta la playa. Roberto enseñaba a Pedro a reconocer las distintas aves marinas y las conchas que encontraban en la arena. Pedro escuchaba con atención. Él siempre aprendía mucho con su abuelo. Los días pasaban lentamente, llenos de historias y aprendizajes, creando recuerdos que quedaban en su memoria para siempre. Let's translate the whole text together. Había una vez un anciano. Había una vez. This is how we start the stories in Spanish. Once upon the time. Había una vez un anciano, an old man, llamado Roberto, called Roberto, que vivía, that lived, en una casa vieja cerca del mar, in an old house close to the sea. Roberto siempre leía libros de aventuras. Roberto always read journey books or adventure books. Cada tarde se sentaba en su sofá favorito. Every evening he sat down on his favorite sofa, mirando al mar, looking to the sea. Su nieto, his grandson, Pedro, visitaba su casa, visited his house every weekend. Pedro siempre traía, Pedro always brought cuadernos y lápices de colores, notebooks and color pencils, lápices de colores, porque le encantaba dibujar, because he loved drawing. Los dos pasaban horas juntos. The two of them spent hours together. Mientras Roberto contaba historias de sus viajes, while Roberto told stories about his trips, Pedro dibujaba los paisajes, Pedro drew the landscapes y los barcos que su abuelo describía, and the boats that his granddad described. A veces, sometimes, cuando el clima estaba bien, when the weather was good, caminaban hasta la playa. They walked towards the beach. Roberto enseñaba a Pedro, Roberto showed Pedro a reconocer, to recognize, las distintas aves marinas, the different sea birds, aves marinas, y las conchas que encontraban en la arena, and the seashells that they found on the sand. Pedro escuchaba con atención. Pedro listened with great attention, with attention. Él siempre aprendía mucho con su abuelo. He always learned a lot with his granddad. Los días pasaban lentamente. The days went by. In Spanish, it's like passed. Very slow, slowly. Llenos de historias. Filled with stories. Y aprendizajes. Aprendizajes. And learnings. Creando recuerdos. Creating recuerdos. Memories. Que quedaban, that stayed, en su memoria para siempre. That stayed in their memories forever. Well, sometimes I translate this literally, and I know in English will be a bit different, but it's just for you to know more or less how we do in Spanish. So it works a bit different to English, especially prepositions like por, para, about, de. Sometimes this is a bit different, but I'm sure you're gonna get used to everything related to the Spanish language. Bueno, during the next episode, we're going to have a look at the regular verbs for this tense. And they're always the most useful verbs. You always have there the verb ser and the verb ir. And these are probably the verbs we use the most. I know you also like doing some exercises, so we are going to do also that. I'm going to give you sentences to translate, and we're going to translate them afterward together. Mientras tanto, muchas gracias por estar ahí y hasta el próximo episodio. Remember, you can always contact me through my Instagram account, Spanish Perfecto, or my website www.spanish-perfecto.com. Hasta pronto!